back to another great episode of Facts and Stats. Once again, we appreciate all of our subscribers. We appreciate all of our supporters that have been with us from the start and has been joining us lately. If you're watching this episode and you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe for us. And we're just here to talk to you about the latest news going around, latest game updates and reports. Over the past weekend, it was a lot of great games. We seen the Lakers go down to the Raptors, the Heat beat the Nuggets, Celtics and Blazers. Jonathan Isaac, speedy recovery wishes going to you. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to, start off with the Lakers game, because y'all told me, Q especially, you told me you don't got to comment on that game. The Lakers are going to win. LeBron and AD come out and combine for 34 points. So, how you feel about that?
I ain't really too pressed about it. All these years watching LeBron, you can kind of tell when he ain't really, in his bag for real. Throughout the game, offensively, seemed like he's been holding back. And AD kind of been chilling too. He hasn't really, he would get the ball, they would throw bodies at him, and then he'd just pass it out. So I feel like, with these type of games, you got to take the good with the bad. Of course, no one likes to lose, but, when you see Kyle Kuzma having a great game offensively and defensively, and you see our other pieces, putting in work like Alex Caruso playing good defense, you take that and, go with that. And then the bad things, you just gotta.
So I'm just hearing you talk. I'm just hearing you talk. In my opinion, I'm not saying you give enough credit to what the Raptors is doing. So Nick Nurse is arguably the coach of the year, and you're not giving no credit to their defense.
He's the best. Nick Nurse is the best coach out of all of them right now. He's been the best coach for maybe the past 3 years. The Raptors is one of the best young teams. They're really a championship team without Kawhi.
Right.
Of course. Kawhi being that star, of course they'd probably be better with Kawhi, but they have a lot of young pieces. They're probably one of the best. They probably have one of the best player development, staff in the league. We got a lot of young pieces. OG Anunoby is really good. His potential is really sky high. Pascal Siakam, what he does. Terrence Davis, Chris Boucher, and Kyle Lowry being their leader. And that kind of like their defensive anchor. And, he put up 30 during that game. So that's a really good team. It's a really good team. I'm kind of glad we don't have to see them in the playoffs, and probably to the finals. I'm more worried about them than really any team in the West, to be honest.
Yeah, I respect that.
Much love to the Raptors.
Another game that we saw, I wish the Lakers well and the Raptors well, but another game that we saw on Saturday, Mark, you were the one that predicted Pacers would get the win over the Sixers. Now, I don't know if that was luck. I don't know if you knew TJ Warren would go off like that or, what I'm saying? So, Mark and Keem, talk to me about that game. We see Embiid ball out too.
That's just good intuition, man. I just knew they was going to pull it off. And I'm not really a big fan of the Sixers. I feel like their team is missing a few pieces. And Embiid and Ben Simmons.
Where are they missing at? Talk to me.
I think they need a point guard, somebody that's ball dominant, and I think they need another shooter.
So you don't like Ben Simmons being there with Embiid? Are you?
I don't like that because first of all, Ben can't really shoot, so they both clogging up the paint. To be honest, and you know what I'm saying. I know Ben Simmons he want to drive.
You were saying something?
So is it Ben Simmons? Is it more on Ben Simmons that you don't like, or is it Ben Simmons paired with Embiid?
I think it's Embiid. I think the pair is. I just don't like them together.
Okay. Who would you prefer to keep? Marcus and Keem, this question is for y'all. Going forward, if y'all was the owner of the Sixers or the GM, whatever, who would y'all want to keep? Ben Simmons or Embiid?
You gotta think about it. When it comes, they both can score. It's for the durability part, I keep Ben Simmons, but I think Embiid does more for his position and everything, just because he can score outside the paint and he can play, defense and all that. But his biggest problem really is durability, staying on the court. So it's a toss-up with them two. I can't really give you a full decision on who I would keep.
I would keep Embiid even though his health is the question.
Right.
But I would keep Embiid just because he's the big piece to me. I feel like he's the real. I think Ben Simmons can go somewhere else and do so much better.
I can't even. I got a sort of kind of side with Mark here. Like, Embiid is the best center in the game. Like, most dominant center in the game. Y'all about to say Jokic, and I don't even. I just seen Miami. I just seen Bam outplay Jokic. So.
I mean, that's cool.
And you told me Miami wasn't going to win. Like, I just seen Bam outplay Jokic. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I'm about to say, I said Miami was going to win. So yeah, I was like,
Embiid, who's the best center in the game right now? Y'all said nah. King.
Jokic.
Hey, I got Jokic.
Who King?
Jokic is the best.
Jokic.
If you're not saying Embiid, you got to say Towns. Q, who's the best center in the league to you?
Hell no.
You said Cat? No.
It's kind of weird. It's like the thing with Jokic. I feel like Jokic is more of a versatile big. Like, he has more aspects offensively to offer with his, the way he passes, and he can
make the team better
a little bit. Yeah,
but he got to though.
Yeah,
they don't got a true point guard. Jamal Murray is not a true point guard.
Yeah, but Joel back to the basket is crazy though.
Yeah,
and his defense, he's a better defender than Jokic, and then Towns is the best. Towns is like, I think statistically like the best 3-point shooting big man like ever. So I don't know, man. It's kind of a
Towns, you're not gonna know. You don't know what you get out of Towns like every game. So he's
What you mean by that?
He's not.
What you mean by that? You be seeing Towns score 9 and 10 and 12? I don't see that.
He's a pillow.
But as far as like winning a game and everything, you put like a legit center like Jokic.
At that point, you got to think about who he's surrounded by.
Yep.
They best team was Levine and Wiggins and Towns. They all three of them, I think, all averaged 20 plus, or was close to. I think Levine dropped down a little bit that year. And then they brought in Jimmy. Then, he had his little whole hooray. And then now they just messed up.
But they still couldn't. They still couldn't get it together at that time when they had on him. So
who, Jimmy?
Right.
Towns. He still couldn't get it together.
Yeah.
Towns did him regardless, though. So, like, you can't tell me you don't know.
Yeah, he did him, but at the same time, he can't win games when it comes down to it. He gets 30 points, but he can't get you a win. That's his problem.
I mean, he only got a team, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He already got pieces. I feel like, if management did a better job at surrounding him with better pieces, which, they're trying to start to by getting D'Angelo Russell.
They should have kept Levine. I don't care.
Yeah, they probably should have, because him and Towns would be good, especially with how good Levine has got.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how the Sixers let TJ Warren get 53 points, though. Because who is TJ Warren at the end of the day? As a defensive player.
Hey, that's
always been about a bucket 53, like.
That's a lot of points, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. It is. The Sixers, like, I don't know, it's just something. Like, I don't like Josh Richardson there. I don't like Horford there. Like, they just got the pieces, but it just don't go.
It just don't go at all. Like
it don't match the chemistry not there. It don't match.
Yeah,
right.
I think they just need to blow it up.
Yeah.
Every possession looks like it's just a mess.
Start it over again.
I think they got to
blow it up. Like, pick between Ben Simmons and Embiid. You got to pick because it's not working and you wasting time.
Embiid came out the other day though and said he hope him and Ben play together for the rest of their career because they feel like they can continue to elevate their game and get better together. But at some point, something got to give.
That's what he's supposed to say. That's what he's supposed to say, though.
All right, so if you say that about Ben and Embiid, CJ and Dame been in the playoffs like what 7 straight years, I think, and they ain't doing so you feel like they got to blow too or what?
But see, that comes to the big men. Like their big men always get hurt when it comes to playoff time. Nurkic, like we know he's a dog, we know he's a good center, but when it comes to getting close to playoff time, he always getting hurt. Something always happens. So it's like they really don't got the bigs. They got the guards. Like they can, CJ and Dan can score at will, but it's like you need rebounds, you need paints in the post. They can't always put it on their back.
So, but they just had So I just seen them. We're gonna talk about yesterday's game. They just lost to the Celtics yesterday. They was down the whole game. Dame was Dame. They made a hell of a comeback, but they still ended up losing, and they know they can't afford to take no losses. So are y'all just like completely like out on the Blazers now, or what?
Well, I've been out on the Blazers, honestly.
They're
a nice regular season team, but you know what I'm saying? Once
they
playoff time,
Okay. Well, the last game we gonna talk about besides the Bucks and Rockets. Y'all told me. Well, I told y'all actually. I think the Rockets can make the finals. Y'all was like, oh, well, the Rockets. We just seen them take down Greek.
That's cool, but that's a regular season game to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's a regular season game. Your boy Westbrook just went crazy.
Yeah, that's cool, but playoff time, I know something going fuck up.
Like what? Yeah, think about it. The small ball ain't gonna work for 7 games.
Yeah,
they got out rebounded by 20 plus rebounds and still won the game.
It's all for shooting.
Exactly.
The shooting not there.
They gonna get them threes up regardless.
So if they missing, then what?
They was missing yesterday, and they still won.
Live by it, die by it. Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
They live by it, die by it.
That's like,
all that shooting nice, but can you keep shooting like that for 7 games straight?
Right.
And then
eventually they're gonna double Harden eventually. So Russell gonna have to really step up.
Russ been doing that though. They said Westbrook scored 20 points in the last 36 games, and in those last games he was leading them in scoring at that, averaging 30 plus. So I mean, I like him and Harden together, bro.
Yeah, I like the duo, but
it's cool.
I don't think it's enough to really get them over the hump. You know what I'm saying? That
they need bigs, legit big men. That's what they need. I feel as though they got the coach. They got the office. They got the star power and the scores. But
so why they need legit big man, but the Clippers don't got no legit big man like that can like they got Hero, but besides that.
They got Hurl, they got Zubac. They need somebody to get them rebounds consistently.
But they also got
small ball really doesn't work for that long.
Okay.
But they also got defensive players too on the side, on the wing. You know what I'm saying? The perimeter to help that out.
Covington out of defensive player.
He alright, but he not no Paul George. He not no Kawhi Leonard. He ain't no Patrick Beverly.
Remember this combo. Okay.
He ain't no Patrick Beverly.
Remember this combo. Covington the best 3-and-D player in the league.
I just don't see it. I mean,
you a Lakers fan. Look at your background. You ain't even see y'all up to the Raptors. You know what I'm saying?
About to say, Lakers need help.
I just don't see it.
I need some help.
Man, we just gotta get our legs back. You know what I'm saying? Only thing going wrong is that the shots is not falling. Give us some time. The shots are gonna start falling. We already got
the scrimmages right? Though. You already had scrimmages.
Yeah, but it ain't.
How many wide open threes Danny Green had?
Like 7.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
The shots just gotta fall. The scrimmages was alright, but scrimmages ain't really the same as full pace regular NBA games.
All right, let me ask you one question before we wrap it up, Q. If y'all were to lose to the Jazz today, are you going to start to think like, damn, maybe like?
It depends. It depends on what the problems are. Like last game, the problem was just shots not falling. Even the Clippers games, a lot of shots were just not falling. And the past couple games from LeBron where he's not doing LeBron things, I don't expect that going forward. Now, if they come out like against the Jazz and they start having problems with say all of a sudden they can't guard the perimeter or something like that, or they, just turning the ball over like a lot, right. Then I would look at it and think, okay, something gotta shake. But right now, where we losing simply because shots are just not falling, and that's probably because of, players are still getting used to, and our players are older, so it probably take some more time to get their legs going. And you see Kuzma, he's a younger player.
True.
Alex Caruso, he's a younger player. I feel like it's easier for younger players to get their legs back quicker.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We just gonna have to see.
That's a good point.
I'm not in panic mode yet. I'm not one of the crazy fans that just panic over everything. So
I just want the Pelicans to get out of there so the Grizzlies can take that spot, keep it solidified.
I want.
Hey, Ever.
Don't sleep on the Spurs. Don't sleep on the Spurs, though. What you want to say, King?
Oh, yeah, Spurs. I didn't realize Spurs.
I want them in the playoffs, man.
I don't want them in the playoffs either. Don't get me wrong. I don't want the Spurs in the playoffs either. Especially without Algie. What you about to say, King?
Before we wrap this up, for the last episode, my Pelicans, prediction if they did make the playoffs. I apologize for everything I said. They played. They're terrible.
Hey, look, I wanted the Pelicans in the playoffs too, so I can't even act like I didn't want them in the playoffs. But like lately, I shifted to the Grizzlies a little bit, just off like I just love what John Morant brings to the game.
Yeah, but it's not like Zion was 7 points, Lonzo was 7 points, Drew was 4. It's like, come on now, like
they don't want it.
I don't know what they got going on.
They don't want it.
It's to the point where the Clippers bench was cooking them bad.
They don't want it.
Yeah,
that's all you can really say about it. Mark, quick question. Nuggets or Thunder today?
I'm gonna go with Thunder.
Going with your team. Okay.
Gotta go with my team over the, good player.
Okay,
I don't think the Nuggets, they're not really in full mode. They don't got Murray right now. They still
some players. Okay.
So I'm gonna go with my boys. Yeah.
I respect it. Can't be mad at it. Another great episode.
Yes, sir. We can appreciate y'all coming out, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on social media, please. And please drop comments and subscribe to this channel. Lock in with us, man. Leave a like, do whatever you can.
Facts
and we out.
Everywhere.
Follow us on Instagram, IG, Facts and Stats _.
Yes, sir.